Hello folks, and welcome to yet another Hi-Fi News etc. episode. Got lots of news for you, as you might expect, but before we get to that point, trivia. For this one, we're going to change the theme to science and technology, and I think you may need to think a little bit for this particular question. The question itself is fairly brief and to the point, and it is this. Which guitarist has advised the US government on missile technology? I kid you not. One more time. Which guitarist has advised the US government on missile technology? As I always say, please do not do any research for this one. No Googling, no archive digging, none of that palaver. Please just have a little think. Yes, you may need to think a little bit more for this particular one. It's slightly more difficult than my more recent questions, but it's worth a little muse. So please do so. And at the end of this particular video, I'll give you the answer. Until then, Hi-Fi News. And we will start with Q Acoustics and the Q Sub series. The new subwoofer family consists of the 8-inch Sub 80, the 10-inch Sub 100, and the 12-inch Sub 120. The Q Sub series arrives in satin black with a black grille, or satin white with, as you guessed it, a grey grille, not white, grey. The Q Sub range features a low-pass filter with frequency adjustment from 40 Hz to 250, plus multiple standby modes to suit various system needs. Auto detection powers the subwoofer when a signal is detected, reverting to standby after 20 minutes of inactivity. There are 12-volt trigger inputs there too, to automatically power up when a trigger signal is present. Alternatively, the subwoofer can be set to remain permanently powered. The amplifier module, custom designed by the company itself, includes a DSP, power amplifier and power supply, and it features 4 digital power amplifier stages in a parallel bridge-tied load configuration. The design, hence, can deliver up to 300 watts of continuous power. The drive units feature a heavy-duty steel chassis, paper cone, and rubber surround. Base unit diameters are 203 mils for the 80, 254 millimeters for the 100, and 305 millimeters for the 120. Cabinets are made from 18mm high-density MDF with a 36mm double-thickness baffle. Internal dart bracing provides mechanical grounding for the drive unit, as well as mechanical stability. Adjustable locking spikes and spike cups are also included for floor leveling and protection. In terms of pricing, I'm going to put that on the screen right now. Next up, we're looking at the Italian company Gold Note and the Diana modular speakers. Available in black or grey, these speakers are covered in recycled racing car seat fabric. Yeah, apparently, well, you're going to ask why, aren't you? I'll tell you. Apparently, it's pretty hard-wearing stuff. It's easy to clean. It's stain-resistant. It's sound transparent. I wonder why that's required in a car, in a racing car. Anyway, this speaker design features a 1-inch dome tweeter, and around the tweeter is a metal mesh phaser in either gold, silver or black, fitted for wide dispersion. The Diana is intriguing because it includes 2 semi-elliptical mechanical resonators placed along the mid-bass unit's axis to reduce unwanted vibrations and provide rigidity to the speaker cabinet. There are 2 of these Dianas available. The 2 offers better sensitivity and better bass. The 1 includes a 6.5-inch mid-bass unit, while the Diana 2 has a pair of these units. There is also a 2F. This is an extender subwoofer, and it fits underneath either the 1 or the 2. This is where the modular aspect comes from. So you can transform the, I suppose, stand-mounted 1 and 2 to a floor-standing model. You just connect the 1 or the 2 to the 3F via magnetic connectors. Apparently, they're pretty swift to connect and set up. As for the 3F, well, that features a downward firing 6.5-inch driver. Prices, I have none. It's pretty early in the development, so they will have to follow another time. Next up, we have a Valve news story from a company called Ray Tubes. And apparently, Ray Tubes are now being distributed in the UK via another company called Feel Flows Audio. Ray Tubes are an Oakland, California outfit. And Ray Tubes produce new valves, a kind of lower cost alternative to sometimes very expensive new old stock products. Ray Tubes, they boast that they are hand selected, extensively tested. Each valve undergoes a 24-hour burn-in. They are performance tested. There is screening for noise, gain, conductance, and all that kind of stuff. There are 3 distinct tiers of Ray Tubes valves. There's the Core series, which starts from a reasonable £34.99. There's the Select series, a little bit more expensive, £133.99, step up in quality, and the Reserve series starting from £347.99, the highest grade, you might say. These are all carefully selected from the best available stock. All of these valves arrive with a 12-month warranty against manufacturing defects. Next up, a rather quick news item for you that focuses on Ruark and specifically the R1 DAB radio. You can now buy this one in pistachio green. That's your news item. It has a soft pastel lacquer and handcrafted ash grille. Just to remind you, the R1 Mark IV features Bluetooth, DAB, DAB+, and FM tuners, USB-C charging, and dual alarms. And if you fancy buying one, well, you can only buy from one place, John Lewis. They have the exclusive contract price, £239. Now for our final news item, maybe I should explain a little bit. Back in 2022, I reviewed a turntable from a Thailand company called Gadhouse, priced at a reasonable £270. And it was a decent product. Not exactly amazing sound-wise, but I still liked it. Nevertheless, why? Well, because it held the hand of the beginner. It provided lots of support in the box, lots of bits and bobs to get you going. They didn't just throw you into the deep end. They helped you to get this thing up and running, and I quite like that. So as far as I can tell, this company was run by young people aimed at young people, and I just saw it as a way of getting youngsters into the hobby, Always a good thing, in my opinion. Well, that company is back with an even more basic design. A fun model, a fun turntable. Nothing audiophile about this at all, in any way. It's a million miles from the audiophile tag. Even so, as I say, this is a fun little thing that might just attract more youngsters into our hobby. And like I say, I am all for that. I'm not about gatekeeping. I want as many people buying vinyl as possible. To help in that endeavor, Gadhouse offers the Cosmo. Thing is, this turntable is solar powered. It is priced at a very reasonable £159 or $199. This is a twin speed design. It has auto start and stop functions, so basically semi-automatic. From what I can see, it includes a reverse play option and pitch control, dual headphone sockets, a Gadhouse G cartridge, and I have no idea what that means, FM radio, Bluetooth 5.3, built-in speakers. You get a free platter mat. You even get a free sheet of jazzy stickers. You get a manual, you get a USB-C adapter, and I think there's other bits and bobs in the box too to get the kids into the vinyl. And like I say, to repeat once more, I am all for it. It's very colourful, it's a bit wacky. What more can you say? And that's your lot, folks. Before I wave goodbye like this, before I do this, I want to give you an answer to the trivia question. Let me remind you of that question. And the question was pretty short. It was, which guitarist has advised the US government on missile technology? And the answer is a certain Jeff Skunk Baxter. Let me explain. The distinctively mustachioed guitarist, famous as a member of Steely Dan and the Doobie Brothers, became interested in missile technology in the 80s and, encouraged by an engineer neighbor, began a serious study of the subject. This led over time to him being called upon to advise and consult for the US government. Consequently, he is the only former member of the band Ultimate Spinach to be granted the security clearance required for access to sensitive information. A complex answer for such a straightforward and simple question. Hey, but hey, now you know. And that, my friends, is your lot. I'm off for a well-deserved cup of coffee with a whiskey chaser, and I'll be back with another one of these very soon indeed. And I hope to have your company. Until then, folks, bye-bye for now.